Miss Sandra. Today I wanted to introduce you to Marc Chagall. Marc Chagall was a Russian-born French artist. His work was very different from what people consider traditional art. It was very dreamlike. He used bright colors and he didn't worry about how realistic his size or placement of people or objects was. He'd often imagine things floating in the sky. He used this to help tell stories in his pictures. Through his life, he used all different types of materials. He created book illustrations, paintings, he designed stained glass windows and tapestries, he worked with pottery, he even created stage designs for plays and ballets. For him, these were all ways to play with color and light and story. This painting is called I in the Village. Chagall called it a narrative self-portrait. A narrative is a story. He painted it after he'd moved to France, far from where he was born. It's full of his childhood memories of his hometown and the folk tales he heard when he was growing up. So it's a picture of the story of his childhood as much as it's a picture of him. A friend of his named it. The title is a play on words. It can mean I, as in Chagall the person, but also the importance of the eyes you see with in the picture. Do you think this is more or less a picture of the artist than his portrait with 7 fingers? Did you notice the 7 fingers? There's a Yiddish saying with all 7 fingers, and that means working as hard and as fast as possible. That's why the artist showed himself with 7 fingers on one hand. Would extra fingers be helpful in getting things done faster? These are part of a series of 12 windows that Chagall made. He worked on them with an assistant for 2 years. Making windows was a way he could create paintings that would change with the light. They'd look a little bit different every day. Each window is based on a different gemstone and has a different main color with just a few others added in. So in a warm yellow window, he has mostly warm colors with just a little bit of green or blue. And in a cool blue or green window, he has just a little bit of yellow or red. Do you think this is a good way to use color? This is a painting called Circus Horse. It's based on memories of the circuses he saw when he was young. It's really bright and colorful. But look how he uses color here. He only uses primary colors, red, blue, and yellow with black outlines. How does he use shapes? Do you see the triangles, ovals, circles? How does he fill up the page? We can play with art like Marc Chagall did. There's no real up or down. Think bright colors, things floating or flying, things twisted and upside down, things from home, family members, pictures that tell a story, even favorite animals. It's all about playing with color and light and stories. So you'll need at least a piece of paper and some crayons. If you've got watercolors, that's great. If you decide to do watercolors, you want to have something to put underneath where you're working, because even watercolors can make a mess. So try this to start. Start with a black crayon or a black colored pencil. Crayon if you're going to do watercolors. Try to press down hard to make a solid, thick line as you draw. First, draw a building. Now, turn your page. Draw an animal. Turn your page again. Draw a tree or a flower. Don't press too hard on your crayon. When you're happy with your drawing, you can color it in with whatever you like. Think bright colors. If you have watercolors, you can try to make it look a little bit like one of his stained glass windows. Make sure all your lines are solid and they all connect. You can divide up your page like panes of glass, but also sometimes they'd add extra shapes to make the windows both strong and a little bit more interesting. So you could add triangles, you could add more circles. And then you can paint. And remember, your colors don't have to be realistic. So I'd say just choose your favorite color and go for it. The crayon will help keep the paint in between the lines. If you want, once your painting is all set and it's dry, you can put it on black paper to give a little bit more of a stained glass look to it. And again, there's no real right or wrong, or even up or down. So choose which direction you think is best. Try different colors, see what's your favorite. Enjoy!